take a look at setting up a new customer. To do that, you're just going to go ahead and click New Customer right here. And at first, it's going to ask you for your very basic information. So let's just put in a company name. Now you have a couple different options on this screen. The first main one that you'll probably see is entity type. This won't have a large bearing on the account. I believe at this time the only major change this would cause is whether or not the customer has an address to on their billing address. I believe business is the only one that does that. The rest of these are sort of labels for you to use at your own discretion as far as if you are looking to differentiate business types. Up here is the checkbox. So this is how you would select if a customer is going to be a child of a parent company. So if you select this, it will bring down a drop-down where you can search one of your other companies and add them in here as the parent company. I'm not going to do that. I'm just showing you as an example. There's also the checkbox as to whether or not you want the child company to be billed or if you want to bill directly to the parent company. Go ahead and click that off. Over here you see account number generated if blank. So that is the customer numbers that you see underneath each of these customers. So if you see Jen, you see CUST dash and then zeros and a 1. So that is sort of our generic company number system that is going to occur. So the next one after that would be 02, 03, and onward from there. So this is where if you don't want to use that system, you can create manually your own number for that customer, so you don't have to use ours. This can also be changed afterwards after the customer is created as well. Notes. This is where you can just put specific details about the customer, just so that you have either a record or if you need to make sure that your agents are aware of a specific factor about the customer. That's the information that you're going to put here. Contact information is very what you would expect. So it's going to ask for an email, phone, address. It is going to ask you what the default language is. We do recommend making the default language whatever you intend to be the language on the invoices you're sending out to the customer. Let's go ahead and fill in some of this information. Okay. Payments. Payments is really going to be based on what you have selected in your settings and payments section. So as you can see right now, auto pay is just turned off. The gateways, these are typically just going to be set to default. If you have multiple gateways, that's when you're going to see various options here as far as which gateway you want the customer to be selected to. Payment terms is going to determine what the customer is going to have as far as leeway after an invoice is due. So for example, for Net30, if a customer has a invoice that is suddenly due, the due date has passed, they will have 30 days from that date before it is considered fully past due. If you do not want to give them any sort of leeway, you can pick due on receipt, which just means they don't have any leeway whatsoever. Their leeway is it's due on the day that it's due. And then in the options section, you're going to see some additional settings. You can turn chasing on and off, select late fees if you have any. I don't currently have any late fees created on this account, but if we did, we would see those options available in this drop-down to select what late fees the customer would have if they wind up with a past due invoice. Billing currency should default to the default billing currency on the account. Do keep in mind that if you have multi-currency enabled, you are still able to create custom invoices with different currencies for the customer. This just indicates the default. And as you can see, there's some additional options as far as credits and whether or not they're going to be taxed. Let's go ahead and hit create.